Hello, BookTube. I have yet another writing update for you here. This one is not quite so angry as the last one because I was having trouble with the NaNoWriMo site, and I've heard since then testimonials from quite a few of you saying that I'm not the only one to have trouble with the site, that as well-intentioned as it might be and as beloved as NaNoWriMo might be, the site itself could use some work and being a little simpler. I tend to agree with that now that I've tried to get something out of it. But the thing I wanted to do for Camp NaNoWriMo, which is in April, right around the corner, was set up a writing group. What used to be a cabin, what used to be called cabins at Camp NaNoWriMo, set up a writing group so that we can all write in April as just a way to take advantage of the foremost attribute of NaNoWriMo as a concept, which is the sense of community. Figured we could use a lot of that in April, so why not do that? And I thought all I would have to do is make the writing group and then tell you where it is, but that turned out not to be the case. I need to invite people into my writing group. They can't just come bothering at the door. I have to invite them. So I have tried to start doing that, and I've sent out invitations. I haven't checked to see if any of them have been accepted, but as far as I know, you have a limit of 20 people per writing group, and I don't think we're anywhere near that. So if you are seeing this video and you are interested in being part of a NaNoWriMo writing group with me and a bunch of other book people in April, then feel free to leave your NaNoWriMo handle or identity or name or whatever in the comments to this video so that I can send you an invitation. But I wanted to talk just briefly. I wanted to give you an update there that I am sending out invitations. I feel like some sort of hostess in a Trollope novel, but nevertheless, I'm sending out invitations. But in the meantime, while I'm sending those out, while you people are getting them and maybe deciding whether or not you want to join, I thought we would talk a little about where we should be writing-wise at this point, with only a few days left to go in March before April starts. Now, Camp NaNoWriMo is much less formal and demanding than NaNoWriMo itself in November. The main event in November is to write 50,000 words of a novel in 1 month, which breaks down to 1,667 words a day. It's a massive undertaking, especially in November when people have tons of family gatherings and school problems and whatnot to go through. And that makes it all the more fun. The challenge of it makes it all the more fun. I love November's NaNoWriMo. But Camp NaNoWriMo is very different. It's very much looser. You don't have a preset word goal. You sort of set your own goal. And you also don't have a genre restriction. NaNoWriMo, of course, as its name suggests, is fiction. Whereas Camp NaNoWriMo can be anything. And Camp NaNoWriMo also is, I gather, a little bit looser in terms of whether or not you are reworking old material. I, myself, prefer for NaNoWriMo proper to work on new material, to write a new thing for November, rather than take up an old thing and either continue it or polish it or whatnot. But Camp NaNoWriMo is incredibly looser than that. The key is to get writing in a group. The key is to experience the community, the fun of it, and to keep your hand in. Because the easiest thing in the world when it comes to writing is not writing. We're very close to the beginning of that, and I thought I would mention, in case this writing group takes off, in case there actually are people who want to join, where you should be at this point. You should be at this point well along your way to figuring out what it is that you're going to be working on. You don't want to be figuring that out when April 1st starts. You want to be ready to start on April 1st. So now you should be conceiving what it is that you want to write, first in the broadest possible sense. Do you want to write a mystery? Do you want to write a short story, a long short story? Do you want to do, I would like to see us do 2,000 words a day. I don't think that's a lot. That's not a lot. 2,000 words a day would be great, but if that is too much, that is more than NaNoWriMo in November. And 2,000 words a day is what I try to keep myself to in November. But if not 2,000 words a day, what about 1,000 words a day? You should be, in other words, clearing your mind to do some writing in April on a regular basis, not just thinking about it. The whole point about Camp NaNoWriMo is that you're not, for the month, thinking about it. You're actually doing it. And in order to maximize the chances that you will do that, you should know what it is that you want to work on long before you get into the actual writing stage. You should be plotting now. You should be deciding what kind of a thing it is you want to write and giving it a tangible life. It's in my opinion, it's not effective to just think about it. You should open a document on your iPad or your Word or your computer or whatnot and start to jot down what it is that you're going to work on for April. That you should be doing that now. And I know this sounds trivial, but I always advise it. You should also give it a working title as soon as possible. If it doesn't have a working title, if it's just that thing I'm working on, then it's not as real in your mind as it could be. And you want it to be as real as possible so that you will feel like you're abandoning something if you don't do it. How's that for Catholic reasoning for you? So I thought I would give just a brief writing update. That's where we are now. I am sending out invitations. Feel free to leave me your NaNoWriMo contact information so I can send you an invitation. And we're only days away, so you should be working on making concrete in your mind what it is you're going to be working on in April, so we can all just muck in together as soon as the month starts. So there's an update for you. I will wrap this up now, and I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.